Well, hi. I'm doing this video on putting in hex tiles because I couldn't find one on YouTube myself. And I'm doing a utility room, a laundry room, and have done most of it, but I thought maybe I should make a short video for anyone else trying to put in hex tiles in a pattern. This is the pattern I'm doing. Over here will be my cabinets, up floor to ceiling. Over here is our washer and dryer. They're stacked, and it will vent out the sides so that I preserve some room. So that's why my pattern is not going all the way into either one of those legs. I started by just putting down white hex tile, and I actually couldn't find solid white hex tile. So I bought a hex tile with light grays in it, a small pattern. There were 13 gray hex tiles per sheet, and the sheets were like, 10 by 12 or 11 by 12. They weren't quite square. It took me 36 sheets, and I took out every gray hex tile and replaced them with white hex tiles after I took out all the blank pieces for my pattern. So I laid everything out, then marked them with Sharpie. Some of these you can kind of see still have Sharpie on them. Those are whites that I pulled out of the empty spaces and then replaced in the spaces where the grays had been. So I pulled everything out, laid out my pattern a second time, dry fit it, and then put all my colored tiles in. And as far as the blues, I couldn't order them just a straight blue. So I ordered the only thing I could find was a mosaic blue. So I punched all those off. I bought 5 sheets of those and took all of those off and then laid them in my pattern during a dry fit. And I put the darks around the edges and in center of the flowers. And then the 2 other colors are in the wide part, as you can see. It's been a little bit more time consuming than I expected, but not terrible. As far as putting in the hex tiles, I had to put the white ones in while I was laying the sheets. All the blanks I put in while I was laying the sheets. Because if I waited, I did wait on these back here, and the problem was that the thin set up, and then it was hard to get the tile actually level with the other tiles. So there are a few small hex tiles in here, just a few that aren't quite level, but there's not much I could do about that because the thin set was dry underneath. But as far as the blue ones go, it's been a little bit of a challenge, but it's actually worked out well. They are not as thick in depth as the whites were. So I can lay them after the fact and not worry about there being too much thin set underneath them and raising them up. So I've come up with this system of using a cake decorating tube with my mastic inside it, and I just fill in the dots and then lay my tile. I already sorted my tiles into 2 separate bins. This is my dark blues that are left, and these are my multicolors that are my medium blue and my light blue that are left. So as you can see, I'm almost done, and once this dries, I will let it sit for a day, and then I'll come over and do my grout, which will be a gray grout. So anyway, I hope this helps anybody who is putting in a pattern of hex tiles and doesn't want to or can't find the pattern they like pre-made. I saw some pre-made patterns online, from Pinterest and other places that I searched. And they would come in like, a pattern with black and white, but I didn't find any in blue. And so I made my own pattern, as you can see again, and have been putting it together. So anyway, I hope it helps. I'm not a I've never done a video on YouTube before. I'm not a professional YouTuber. We did do this room all by ourselves. This is a kind of a paneling I put in. It really is just really thin sheets of MDF that I had them cut at my local big box store into strips 8 inches wide. So I got 5 strips per sheet, and I just nailed them to my wall just to add some interest, because this wall will be blank while, this wall over here will have cabinets and that will have the washer and dryer. So anyway, I already kind of decorated just to see how it looked. So good luck with your hex tiles, and I hope this helps. I will post some pictures down below that were kind of before, during, and after, if it helps, in the comments section. Thanks. Good luck.